Ciao Elmo. How are you? I don't hear you.
Very good, very good. Can you hear me?
Okay. How are you? Is it cold there?
Yes, perfect, perfect.
Perfect?
Little bit cold, little bit cold.
We had a lot of snow here. Yesterday, a lot of snow, ah, 30 centimeters. Very nice. We enjoyed the snow for after 10 years, a lot of years. So, how are you?
Okay, okay. Little bit
Okay.
cold.
Did you have no heat? But you are a hot man. You don't care about cold. So, you remember tonight we have the meeting about poetry, about with ladies, a lot of people. You are inviting to our meeting
Yes, at what time? Send me the link again.
at 7:30. Okay, I'll send it later.
Send it via email.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you. So the agenda, I put it in here. I just wrote a quick agenda for this. So I spoke to the national agency today. So I sent you the guidelines. He says go back to the original guidelines. The national agency said the guidelines that we had. So I sent those to you by email just before this meeting. And I also sent you the PowerPoint from before. So those are the two documents that you need. So the questions you asked last time, well, final report. We'll go down to multiplier effects first. Can I do the third one? Yeah. This is tricky, so Elmo will be very useful here because it's all about issues of money. The multiplier effects, they can be done virtual, but if we do it virtually, you only get 15% of each participant. Yeah, you understand that, Elmo? So you lose considerable amount of funds. You can still transfer 20% of it to other activities, to other subheadings.
Staff costs.
Yeah, but still, even if you do the multiplier events as virtual activities and they're only 15%, there's going to be underspend anyway. I don't understand why they don't understand this. It's just stupid. Sorry. It's just me talking. I just thought, it's COVID. It's impossible to do it face to face. It's slightly unfair that participants are lower in value, but if you take the 15%, you're going to have 85% budget left over. Am I right? Are my calculations right?
Well, you're going to get 15 per person. Instead of 100 euros, you get 15 euros per person.
Yeah, it's very low.
Very low.
Yes.
So
it's terrible.
It's up to the partners, it's up to the COVID conditions in each country. We don't have to do the same. Some people may be able to do it face to face. Some people may be able to do it only online. Some other people may not be able to do it none of two. But if you don't do the dissemination, the multiply, that means dissemination, the project is going to suffer because when you do the final report, that means we have produced all the outcomes, except we disseminate properly. So that's the problem. So if we don't, the problem is double. First, we don't get the money, or we get little money. Second is because it doesn't look very good for the project.
Well, we can do them. I spoke to them. They said the multiplier offense, like, remember it's 30, is it? 30 Greece, 30 Italy.
All 30, only UAD and 50.
30, Turkey.
30.
So let's put in, these are free money.
And then we're
3,000 euros for the partners and 5,000 euros for the coordinator. These are very easy money.
Scotland and I are 50, is it, Sophia? 50 or 60?
50.
50.
Well, we can still, he said we can still do them, you don't have to do it all in one day. That is not a problem, as long as it's during that period. So we just have to go back to the dates, and the dates are within March. It doesn't matter. I mean, within this period, January to March. So you can maybe do 3 events in one day to get your 30. 10, 10, 10, or 15, 15. I think for Scotland, Nora, we might do, 25, 25, or 20, 20, 20, either way.
What do we need to sign? Do we have the form? Talking about how to demonstrate that we had so many people, like face to face, we should have a special form. I think they sent you a special form, signature list. Is a specific one with the name and the first last name, organization where the person is coming from. Should be an external organization. So the people attending should not be from Training 2000, for example, but should be from other organizations. Then the telephone number, and then the email address, and then the signature space. It is a specific form designed by the national agencies. So we need a copy of that form.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on. I think I'm trying to look for it. I spoke to Sophia and Andrea, said that I think we looked at this. I haven't. We looked at this the other day.
No, Eileen, I can't remember such a form.
There was no form, just telling us.
Just
Just the list.
agenda.
Just the information, wasn't it? Oh, this is so annoying.
I suggest to find this form, because if we design a form which is not exactly the same, it may not be accepted. It may be rejected later on by the national agency.
Hold on a second.
Very dangerous issue.
Here it is. I don't like this. Okay, I find it. If I can share this, and if you can just put up with me, because my work has been quite busy lately. Me and Sophia and Andres read it the other day, so I cut and pasted it. So multiplier event is here. This here. Make this a bit bigger. Can you see that?
No.
Name, place, date.
Name, place, date.
Each participant needs the name, email address, signature,
Signature. Name
and address of the organization. Those are the details I want. So we just make our own form. That's what they asked for, because the other document that we were reading the other day.
Okay.
Do the logos and so on. Name and address of the sending organization. So the people attending the meeting, the multiplier event, are sent by any organization or a social organization, some kind of organization.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they need name and email and signature. The signature is going to be a problem. Like, people don't like writing signatures.
Because they don't believe it. They may phone this person, they may write mail to that person to make sure that...
They're not asking for telephone numbers, they're just asking for email address. I think that's why they want the organization name and address.
Yeah.
So they come from some sort of organization.
They can check with the organization.
Email address, signature. Signature is really difficult.
Why?
Hmm?
Why? People attending to seminars and so on, usually they sign. I'm talking for Italy. There is no problem here in Italy. If the person is attending physically, he is able to sign.
A lot of people don't like signing things and scanning them over. You know, if you're in a building, they can sign it, but if it's a virtual event, you know,
Yeah,
I
exactly. If it is virtual, what do they expect from us?
don't know. I mean, I can do it in Adobe. My my way of working usually is like this. Let me stop sharing. Have you done this before? Get people to sign?
Eileen, this form is for face-to-face. When we have the multiply event face-to-face. If we don't have face-to-face and we have
Okay.
virtual,
Would they take electronic signature?
Maybe it's just enough pictures. They should tell us what they need.
I use Adobe for signature. So for example, I've just done a form this afternoon because I was busy. So this is my form. And I sign here. And you go into Adobe and you add in the signature. Usually it's I've sent it to myself by photograph or scanned it. And you just sign it there. And it's usually more safer because it becomes a PDF. Most people prefer to sign this way. You know, like you can add the other signatures, more signatures along, but it's just a pain.
But we don't know if they accept. They should tell us what they want for online, for video meeting.
I spoke to the national agency today, earlier before this meeting. I told him we're having a meeting. So I'll send a question to him about the signatures, because signatures are like 2 or 3 signatures isn't difficult. But if you're talking about 30 signatures or 50, it's not easy. You know, especially I could do it separately, but you're going to spend a lot of time chasing people.
And maybe it's enough a picture. So is it possible for you to ask for virtual meeting what they want from us?
Yes. Here, there are no pictures here. Our national agency allows pictures.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well, Sybil.
Here in Turkey, our national agency allows pictures instead of signature. They accept this.
What pictures, like the pictures of them on screen?
Of the participants.
Oh, the participants on screen. Oh, they accept it. That'll be a way around it.
We put into the file, and when they come back, we show it to them. So
Yeah.
I don't know what will they decide, your national agency.
I suppose you can screenshot the participants, can't you? You can screenshot when you know down below there.
Yes, yes.
The other thing they can do is when you set up Zoom, you can do. Oh, that's what Ian was meant to do. That's why. Sorry, I'm not being lazy. Ian was meant to look at the registration form. Maybe Andres knows. You can set up a registration form for Zoom.
Yes, but it will be in Google Drive, in forms of Google Drive, and there is no place for a signature. He can sign in using his email.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember. I think I've seen this before. So oh. wanted me to do this. I think some registration should have something.
People may register and not participate.
So if I schedule a meeting, trying to work this out. Can I put this bar?
Usually registration is not good because people register and don't participate.
They can't participate.
From the national point of view, usually, I'm not saying everywhere, it's not good because people may register
Here,
and do not participate.
if you take registration required, what happens?
Mhm.
What do they ask for?
You can ask email.
Can you?
Um,
I just wonder what happens when you. Has anybody tried this before? The registration required? Okay, testing. Okay, okay. Oops. All right, if I send this to you now, see what happens. Sophia, I sent you that link.
I
See,
don't know.
see when you open it, what does it look like? Or Andres, can you see it, Andres?
Ah,
Yes,
yes.
I can see.
Yes.
See what does it show?
Uh,
Hi there, you are arrived to a Zoom meeting. Register in advance for this meeting.
Yeah. So how do you register? Click in it and
There
then
is the link. I click on it,
hmm.
and a
can you
new
share your
page
screen,
is.
Andrea?
Of course.
Yes, so I can see what you're looking at.
Meet
Mhm.
registration. Yes. Okay, we must send our name, etc. Name, email, etc.
What does it look like? Name and email?
Sophia.
Can you
Oh,
see it?
yeah, hold on.
Uh,
So first name, last name's there, email address.
mhm.
Can we wonder if we can add in more boxes? Is that not
What's the
enough?
name?
No. Well, if we got people to register for the Zoom, that
Okay, I did, Eileen, but
The
we
national agency.
we're not sure that these people will come.
oh, you don't know if they come.
Ah,
From the Italian national agency, people may register, but they may not come, so it's valid.
Yes, you can cancel your registration at any time. It says here.
I see. So people will register.
So you cancel the registration, but you don't participate in the meeting.
So the only way you know they participate is when they come in, you take the screenshot on the photo.
So I think it is easier, if it is different from one national agency to the other, it is easier to check with the national agency for the online meeting. One for the online meeting.
Yeah, the only other one I use is Eventbrite. I don't know, Andres knows that one. Eventbrite, you don't use that in your country. That one would keep the emails better.
Don't know it.
Yeah, I use this for organizing events. Annoying. But oh, that's a UK one maybe. Oh. It mustn't work in your country maybe. This one has details of, it collects everybody's email address and tells you who actually participates. So when I organize Eventbrite, it links to Soon.
Yeah, event.
Yeah, that's the one I use for a other event.
Yes, you can send a registration with Eventbrite, etc. But you don't be sure if he participate.
Oh, you do, because they see which ones come. Eventbrite shows you.
Yeah, but not, you see it, but not the national agency. I cannot explain myself. The
No,
national agency does not trust the papers because what is written in the paper, what is in reality, may be a very different.
yeah, I don't know why they can't trust it, because
People cheat. That's why they don't trust.
I don't know why they can't trust this stupid thing. Because mine, like this event here, I had, can you see it?
Yeah.
I had 32 out of 60 people arrived, but I have a funny feeling there was an Excel sheet.
Did you attach pictures? Did you take pictures about the 32?
Yeah, I took pictures afterwards. But to tell you 30 people came, and oh, I can't work this out. Stupid thing. I'm sure there was a attendance list. It's not letting me click in.
I would ask them exactly what they want.
I think it's very easy if we ask, you ask a national agency, they will do what they want.
You see here?
Yes.
I have them all here. All the names are here. All the people that came are here. But I think they can turn this into an Excel sheet. Everybody that came, attended, it keeps a record. It's complicated. It's not easy to use. Ian doesn't like this system, but I used it last year because we were doing a ticketed money one. But I think there's an Excel sheet on this one. But that's one way to get around it. I'm going to stop share because it's really annoying. So yes, I'll ask the national agency. If Sybil's right, we can take screenshots, isn't it? Pictures. And then you can maybe take a screenshot of the participants. This is so awkward. Okay, so if we do these multiplier events, we then have 15%. You're going to have money left over.
I think the money left can be transferred into the staff cost according to the Excel sheet prepared by Sophia.
Okay, so the funds left from the multiplier event go into the other places, staff costs.
Eileen, are you taking the minutes? You can send it to us, please.
Yeah, I'm writing into the thing now and seeing this chat as I go along. So, so we have to do the multiplier event, but you can choose to do it in 15 people, 15 people, 10 people, 10 people, 10 people, whatever way it works. And it doesn't have to be all one day. They said that.
And then we can transfer the money into the staff cost. I think the time to plan the staff, the number of days to be increased into the staff cost. Each partner, according to the Excel file prepared by Sophia, can start planning
Yeah.
in terms of money left from traveling, from TPM meetings, and also from the supplier events.
Okay. So now transfers complete the forms. Let's see.
Okay, as a training 2000, we have done the work already. It could be an example already in Google Drive. We have filled in the Excel file, so you can see the money transfer from the training and from the multiplier event and from other parts into staff cost.
Okay.
You want to share this file now to see?
No, because people can see it, and if they have, we don't have enough time, otherwise this meeting is going to be 3 hours.
Hmm.
So you can see it from there. It is the planning, is a planning, it's not final, but it is a good planning for the coordinator and for you, Sophia. You are leading this Excel file. So if you ask every partner to do the work, so you understand exactly how the
Okay.
money are going to be transferred.
Okay.
Okay. The final reporting. I'm just going to share my file again.
Sorry, can I interrupt you, Eileen?
Go ahead.
For the final report, we need, it's a must, the minutes of the minutes, the minutes of the minutes from Scotland.
Yes. Ian knows. He's just baby has arrived. Obviously, you see baby on Facebook. So he will do that. I put that into
Good. Yeah, you need for the final report, but we need us and also to understand what we have agreed and what is left to do.
TPM Scotland. I'll put name against it at the end. Okay, right. So, can you see my this one?
I asked from Ian. He knows that, and he told that he will send the minutes when he is available.
Okay. Can you see this Word document? Starts with international report. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to finish off the international report. Sorry, Emma, we'll get round to that. Should be done in the next week or two. The attendance, TPM Scotland, so they have to write down the attendance.
Excuse me, Eileen, the first one, the international report. I have the first edition today. Maybe I don't know if you've seen the message. Because we need it for the multiplier events. Considering that the multiplier events will be in each country 2, 3 events or 4 events. So we that file because it is part of what now was perceived, the methodology and the content. So that is a very important report. But so we cannot wait until the end basically to prepare that report because we need it for the multiplier events.
Okay, so we have it to you by this. We'll get your bit to you by this Sunday. We're nearly finished demo, so this Sunday I'll get it to you, and then you can see what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can add, sorry, to make it simple, you can add directly these 1 or 2 boxes inside the multiplier event, within the report, as an international report. So I'm sure you have enough data between the qualification training course you have conducted, basically, and the past training. Because I have all the data already in the related to the pre-pilot. So I think we need just to finalize it. There is a box to be completed from your side. If you want, you can plug in data there and we can finalize it. So people can start using it.
Okay. Okay. So you want us to run other information? Then the list of attendance for the TPM Scotland, list of all those on the courses before, list of attendance on multiplier events. We've done that to double check. So it's March, sometime in March. You can agree.
Before the end of March, we can do it till the last day of March. I think the project was extended till the
Get the 31st of March.
March, correct?
Yeah.
By the way, I think there is an issue also about the contract revisions. We need copies of the contract revisions
Of the what?
where we can find the 31st of March to make sure that we are talking all us.
Oh no, it's
I
definitely
mean,
31st of March. They told us it's to the 31st of March, and then they have 60 days to do the report. And then the 60 days.
all the expenses, so a multiplier event is considered to be an
Yeah.
expense. Traveling is considered to be an expense.
Yeah.
They must be done before the end of 31st of March.
Yeah, the things that the activities have
So
to be.
if I do a multiplier event on the 1st of April, it is not valid.
No, that's
Although we can do the final report in the next 60 days after the 31st of March.
yeah. So the report has to be in for the 31st of May, roughly. And they prefer us to spend time to get a better quality. So the TPM about the travel, I'll go on to the next bit. Travel. Sophia, I asked them today. They said yes. If there's any travel that wasn't used, you know, that we couldn't travel, but we booked our tickets, we can claim that back. They're happy to claim the money.
What?
So that's good. So about the travel, they're happy that we can claim. So just keep your receipts and you can claim that. So they will refund us for the travel that you've already spent. So that solves that problem.
Yes, I have all the tickets.
Travel can be reimbursed. That's what they told me today. Reimbursed.
From all the meetings.
Yeah, yeah. So this is okay.
We must have in our office that if someone asks from you, we can send you.
Yep. What you need for the final report is your timesheets for IO3, IO4, and coming up to IO5, because we've done all up to IO2.
I wrote about all the partners, how many days have
Yeah.
we need to have.
About the timesheets, can I say something?
Mhm.
We have checked the timesheet in Google Drive. It seems that all the people, all the partners have done the second timesheet at the end of August 2020. So timesheet number 3, we tried already today, would be from the 1st of September 2020 till the 31st of March 2021. We have done it in three times. Timesheet number 1, timesheet number 2 till the end of August 2020. And now we shall do the next one till the end of March 2021. But we have indicated, Training 2000 has indicated already in your Excel file, Sophia. So we have done the exercise already. So although we did not spend all the time, all the days, end of March 2021 naturally, but we have done the planning, we have done the exercise already in terms of number of days to be used before the end of March 2021. So I think I suggest all the parties to do this exercise so not to forget the number of days to be used. Also because there is some money coming from traveling, so the number of days will have to increase.
So that's the timesheets. That's the same, the TPM from Ian. Okay, this is the next bit, the website. Sophia's going to work with me on the website. So we're going to upload the reports, any photos, videos, TPMs, information about the IOs. We only need the information about the courses, the link to the middle. And that's what we need for the website. Attendance for Greek TPM and Scotland team have talked about that. All the documents from each transfer payments, you must have it all in your files and finance. All the outputs and videos and YouTube. So Sophia's going to collect those and help us.
Just a second, Eileen, if I can, I stop you in the finance. There are two issues in ask before I forget.
Mm.
Anyone who, with the exceptional costs, make sure you have the proof of payment. Because the exceptional cost, they need the proof of payment, not for the staff, not for the other, but you need proof of payment for the exceptional cost.
Right.
I think you, Eileen, you have exceptional costs.
Yeah.
So make sure you get the receipt before 31st of March. That's one aspect. There was another aspect about 4,500 euros for warranties that you're not using in Crack Me. I remember we discussed at the beginning of the project, but I don't know what happened with the 4,500 euros. What I'm saying is the following. If we have a plan to distribute the 4,500 euros and to use, then fine. Otherwise, they have to be returned to the national agency.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll meet on that one next week when I look at those costs again.
So just in case, if you decide to distribute between parts because of the extra work we have done, for example, to prepare the training modules they've done online, they've done the first time, then they've done the first time, then they've been done again for the second time, unit 1, unit 2, and then again in the online system, unit 1 and unit 2. So I think you can stress this point, saying that in effect there has been almost double work in terms of staff.
Okay.
So it is, I'm looking for a justification of the 4,500 euros to be used by the part in terms of staff. Not only that, but also it's a justification of transferring the money from traveling not used into the staff, mainly because we have done this extra work.
Okay. That's fine. I need to just go and see what's left from it, or what if it's all there, and then we'll work out what way to distribute the 4,500 if it's all there. I have a funny feeling there was something about insurance. Elmo, we Crack paid increased insurance over the last couple of years, so, and then I think we shared some of them out one time because we didn't have enough for going to, was it Italy that time? We took a little bit over, but there should be still some left. All the outputs onto YouTube. Sophia's going to collect those. She's going to collect the statistics for the examination. She just reminded me about all the reports that Brian did. Sustainability we talked about. So that's it. I can send you this here and tidy up the bottom bit. That's why I stop share. Okay, so that, what have we else to talk about? We've talked about final reporting. So final reporting as that's the one we just talked about. Next one was the travel. Travel I mentioned. Travel can be reimbursed that you spent already. That's what the national agency said today. And the last one, oh, dissemination in social media. Yeah, we just have to work harder on this one. In our funding, we said we will obviously do promotion, meet the stakeholders, use Facebook. We just need to make sure increase the social media is a bit low. So, and Elmo, you have never, well, you very rarely, you don't put much on Facebook. So we don't have much from Italy. So we need you to, the next 2 months, you can be Facebook king now for the next 2 months. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Andreas or Sophia will help you, but you need to start posting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you and Ian don't post a lot. So me and Sophia have done our work for 2 years on social media. So it's your turn for 2 months. And that's really it, dissemination. Is there any other questions that I need to ask the national agency, because they're happy to take any questions?
I think
It's the multiplier fence, isn't it?
there is one aspect. You will have, in the final reporting, you will have to enter the Erasmus results platforms or where where they expect you to upload all the outputs. We need to start to collect the outputs, physical outputs, reports or modules, whatever, basically, to upload into the Erasmus result platform.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so there is a document about what you need, and I'll send that out to you. So there's a document from the national agency that Sophia saw the other day with Andres. What is needed?
Maybe Sophia can propose into the Excel what are the outputs, and then people, partners can check also to make sure everybody understands into the outputs. Because I mean, this project was financed mainly for the outputs. So let's make sure we document all the outputs properly without forgetting it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's really us. We just need to work on the Excel sheet and to check out the outputs for the platform. And then, anything else that we need. I will have to mark up the mobility tool about any changes or any differences of ways we're working.
Okay, the website is a major tool for dissemination, therefore for the multiplier events. So we need the website. Is the website going to be more languages? I think no. Is the website in multiple languages? Probably not, just in English. So we have to make sure that we have the website multiplier events, because the website is the major tool to disseminate the project.
Yeah, it's true. This is what I said in that thing.
So when for example, if we plan to have dissemination multiplier events in March, starting beginning of March, then by that time we should have it.
I think I wrote already. This is what we need for the website, Emma.
I think what we need.
Yeah, this is what we need. I'm going to copy it because it's really hard to put it in your system.
Those are the different pages to the website, right?
Because we checked it against the platform. This is what we need. We need any of the reports, the gallery of photos or videos, the evidence of the TPMs, results of the IOs, information about the course we developed, and the Moodle link. That should be enough for the website. We don't need any more stuff. That's plenty.
Yeah, so we should set a date more or less when the website is available, so that accordingly we can organize the meeting, the multiple events.
Yeah. So next steps is
Can we say by the end of February?
the website. Yep.
So that we can start organizing the dates for multiplier events.
Hold on a minute. I'm trying to look at the dates here. Okay. So if me and Sophia and Andreas work on getting the website done, collect the stuff and then send it to, no, I have to show Sophia how to log on to the website.
I can help Sophia.
Yeah.
And Sophia can help you.
I don't understand what help. Sorry, I lost you. What I have to do?
Help me just upload this stuff onto the website and we just access.
I am not sure that I know how to.
Yeah.
I
So-
can help to collect the materials. But
Yes. Yes,
I
we will check
I
all
think
the
first of all we get the
material.
materials all collected first.
the first step is to collect the materials. This is important. And after that, I think it's easy.
Do we have a website address?
CAST for Innovation.
Yeah, we do. www.CAST4innovation. Is it .com? Oh, it's been a long time since I looked at it.
Com. I don't remember. I'm not sure.
.com.
Well, if the website is going to be available, for example, by the end of February, then it can be used during multiplier events for people to visit with the counter, so it can count the number of visitors. It's going to count for dissemination in the social media.
Yeah, it's here. We just need to put the stuff in, across the way. So, we just need to put things in. Oh, I hate websites. Okay, so, I mean, the layout is all there. We've got our, what is it doing? Yeah, we've got our logo, beautiful photograph. We've got the objectives, at least we've got that. We haven't written this up, the courses. And then we can put the Moodle link in here. What we're doing for training. Take this out, change this. Welcome to CAST4innov. See your lovely photo. And we need to change this, and then some of the logos isn't on here, but it was. I thought I saw the logos a minute ago. Hold on. Oh,
Partners.
we need our logos. Oh, here it is.
All the logos.
Yeah, the logos here, but we should put them on the first page as well. They're there. Yeah. They're here. The logos are here. We need this here. We need it in the first page. Not good. Okay. He's put the logos here.
Why training is too big, the other logos are small.
That's okay. See if anybody has any questions. Ask him. And then we don't have to do anything for the next couple of years.
Sophia, you will pay for this.
No, the one with the biggest logo has to answer all the questions.
Okay, I'll pay more.
Okay, so we do have our website. It's just we need to put things in it. Okay, so we've got use project partners, outputs, results, training. I think that's enough, isn't it? So it should be fine.
Yeah. Outputs, results, not too much text, just small text.
Okay.
IO1, what is IO2, what is IO3, and so on.
Yeah.
Same for partners. 1 or 2 lines. Who is the partner and side of the partner? Small testing project. News, I don't know what type of news do we have. Any news there at the present moment?
I think it's the things like the ones that Brian was doing, like, the articles he wrote. Maybe all the articles Brian wrote, and then maybe whatever we probably wrote something about the times when we met the mayor. Example.
Yeah, not only that, but now that we are heading toward the project, we can say that basically the pilot training completed with no problems. We can say that basically movie events are planned for for the month of March and so on. Information, short information like this.
Okay, so maybe a little bit of homework for you to do first is, can you give me the information for partners, what you are? And yeah, maybe you want a recent picture.
Maybe we can put, if you prepare a space in Google Drive, we can upload in Google for each partner.
Okay.
3 lines and the logo.
Yeah, you want a paragraph and your maybe contact details for the partners.
Yeah.
Your what you call it, website address, information about who you are, what you do, and maybe a picture of using the
Picture,
company.
no telephone.
No telephone, but email's enough.
Email is enough.
Yeah. Yeah, or website address.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, that's the website we can work on. If Sophia, can you set up something in Google Drive
Yes.
for that? Call it website.
Okay.
And there are documents already in the Pali. I just need to tidy them up. We have lots of information. Remember the old Pali when Michael was collecting it? So there's lots of information in there. We just need to spend time formatting it, tidying it. But yeah. If you can look at the website, Sophia, and just put those things, those headings down, and the ones here. Yeah. So Sophia can.
In terms of, sorry, just an idea. In terms of news dissemination, I think Brian did a lot in Nepal. In terms of iOS, I think most of the material we have it into the Google Drive. So it's a matter of collecting one and the other.
Well, there's the other use. I mean, probably would need Sybil. Sybil had that amazing that TV report? And I don't know if you've got any use yourself. Have you got use in newspapers or anything? You know what I mean? Or we have press releases, the launch.
For local news, some photos.
Yeah.
Some photos. I can find them.
Yeah, and the video of the TV.
Yes, I have video.
That one's very good. So we need those. So if you send them to Sophia, she can put them into the headings. Yeah. Maybe Andres can help her fix the heading for the Google Drive to fix and that goes with the website as well. If we need to change the website headings, let me know. Okay. Yes. So is that everything? For now, until we have our next meeting. It looks like we have to go ahead with the multiplier event. And then I think we just need to work out what money's left to redistribute and share around, because 15% for each participant means there's quite a lot of money left over. Awful lot of the work to do for a multiplier event. You know?
1 month is very short.
Yeah. I don't really agree with the Erasmus way of thinking. I think it should be the same money, whether it's virtual or not virtual. It's the same amount of time and work. That's my thought. If not more work. Okay, let's take our screenshot. So we've had our partners meeting today. Oh, dear. Yes, right.
Moment to close the chat. Okay.
Yeah. One more, thank you. Now I'll get these copies and collect it. Okay, thank you everyone for the meeting. Very useful. We probably should have to have the other meeting in 2 weeks now, maybe. Keep going.
Thank you very much.
2 weeks is enough or 1 week? Elmo, what do you think?
I think how much to make sure we have everything available for the multiplier event. We can be also, it can be short like today, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah.
But we have the website, we have all the social media ready basically for the multiplier event.
Mm.
Okay, keep working. Friday the 26th, maybe? Is that
Friday 26th, okay,
same time?
26,
yes.
26.
Friday 26th, but I think we should concentrate mainly in the web,
What
with the
day?
Excel file from Sofia,
Uh-huh.
and how people plan to do the multiplier events.
What? Mm.
I repeat.
You said
So I
the
think,
you said the
go ahead, go ahead.
next one is the website.
Well, I think on the 26th, we are ready to know what's happening with the timesheet, with the Excel files from the website for the project,
Mhm.
distribution of the money, the 4,500 euros.
Okay, I'll phone the national agency tomorrow about the how to sign or not sign, how to register, and then we'll know at least that one. Um,
Yeah.
and then have a wee think about what way you want to run your event.
Yeah,
We'll work out something for the month of March. But
yeah.
okay,
Okay,
good.
Okay.
So
thank you.
everyone, thank you,
Thank
Sophie.
you very much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Have a good
Happy
evening.
Carnival. Eh?
Huh?
Happy Carnival.
Happy.
This is Carnival time. And happy Chinese New
Oh,
Year.
I know what it is for you. Is it lasagna? Somebody
Yes.
told me yesterday.
Lasagna.
Yeah,
Yes.
Luigi told me. Maybe Luigi sent it to me yesterday. I'll send it to you. Hold on a minute.
Good.
Is
Mm.
it? Oh.
And don't forget Chinese, according to the Chinese New Year, 2021 is my year with a lot of success and a lot of love. So I like it.
It says that you will find love when you travel.
Tonight I have an event about the love,
Do you?
dedicated to the love, to the big loves in the world. We will read about all of this.
Oh, but
So I will upload photos and I will invite you to watch our event. Andrea, don't forget it.
okay, I will. I will. I'm going to be the Chinese horoscope reader.
Okay.
We were doing it yesterday. I have a calendar here.
Mm,
And
mm,
tells you the fortune for each animal. So,
mm.
we were reading. They were laughing yesterday. So this usually I bring this week calendar to workshops,
Mm.
and then people like to find out what animal year, and they like to know what happens. Is their finance good? Is their love good? It's very funny. Let me see. Level 3 is it? No, CAST4. If you give me 1 minute, I'm just going to forward this. You see, check your phone. Luigi, the Italian guy here, sent me this yesterday. Told me, is it this festival, Emo? See, I'm very smart now. Lasagna. So what is the lasagna festival? You have to tell us.
Well, we have all kind of festivities here. We have all kind of festivities here. For example, the spaghetti festival,
Mhm.
lasagna festival. So people from a small town are participating, mainly carnival, because there is a lot of music, a lot of drinking
Carnival.
and dancing. And this time of the year, all the Italian men and women are in love, very romantic. So
Okay.
be careful if you come here.
We don't have.
Careful when they go there. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, well, have a good festival. Enjoy. Okay, enjoy. So I'll see you next week, same time. Sophia, can you send the link again next week?
Yes,
Yeah, you help me with the link.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
great. Thank you. And you just keep reminding me, Sophia. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice
Bye
evening.
bye.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Okay. Bye. Okay. Μείναμε οι δυο μας. Λοιπόν, περίμενα να κάνω ένα κοντρόλ, γιατί δεν τα καταλάβαινα όλα.
Πολλά πολύ σ' αγαπάει η Αιλίν. Πολλά πράγματα σου ανέθεσε.
Λοιπόν, σχετικά με το multiply event, τα χάσα. Ενώ ο Έλμο είχε γράψει να κάνει face to face, τώρα εγώ κάπου χάθηκα εκεί πέρα.
Ναι. Εγώ κατάλαβα ότι θέλει να το κάνει